guys, welcome back to my poker vlog. This is episode number 3. In this video, we're going to be going over my day 2 hands from the $360 BPO at the Bicycle Casino. As you saw in the last video, I made a deep run on day 1, ended up cashing for 500, and now we're free rolling on day 2. Before we get into the hands, just hit the like button real quick, and if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. For every person that hits the like button, YouTube's going to show it to another 10 people, which is huge for me growing this channel and getting better at poker, and it's good for you guys too, because I'm going to keep putting out content, hopefully that's entertaining and educational. So yeah, let's just jump right into the hands. Day 2 at the $360 BPO, let's go! So we're coming back to day 2 here, and we got around 198,000 in our starting stack. We've blinded down a little bit since day 1 when we had over 200,000 in our bag. It's a 2,000, 4,000, 4,000 level, and we're in middle position, and we look down at pocket 5s. Under the gun position, who is an older Asian man, raises to 9,000. It folds around to me, and I'm going to put in the call here with the 5s, hoping to set mine, flop a set, win a big pot, etc. The button ends up calling as well, small blind completes, and the big blind also completes. So we're going 5 ways to a flop here with around 45,000 in the pot. Flop comes 7-4-3 with 2 spades, so we have a middle pair. The undergun position continues his story and leads out here for 14,000. I'm next to act, and I don't really understand the story he's trying to tell here. Yeah, possibly he could have an overpair like 8s, 9s, or 10s. I think Jacks plus would have raised a little bit bigger pre-flop. From the under the gun position specifically, he's going to have a lot of suited aces. He's also going to have ace king, ace queen, ace jack. So when it's our turn to act, with pocket 5s here, we have a gutter to the 6 for the straight. Obviously if we hit a 5, it's a pretty disguised set. So we actually take the high variance route here, and we're going to raise it up. I think it's pretty hard for anybody else behind us to call, and we can put a lot of pressure on the under the gun position here with a raise. So we raise it up to 38K, just like we planned. The people behind us, the button, the small blind, and the big blind all get out of the way, and now it's back on the under the gun position. He tanks for about a minute. He does a bit of chip shuffling. He does a little dance, looks at me in disgust. So I'm taking note of this, and usually when people do this, it's pretty strong, and sure enough, he does jam all in. I don't really know exactly what he has here. He could have 2 spades, just trying to take the high variance route, but I don't really think that's what it is. I think it's more of a pocket pair, somewhere between 8s and 10s. So with our gutter to the 6 and 2 outs to the set, I just don't really feel the need to be calling this off here for my tournament life. He has us covered. So when he puts it all in, I tank for about a minute, check my whole cards again, say nice bet, and I flip my cards into the muck. On to the next one. After that hand, we're down to around 108,000 in chips. We're at the 3,000, 5,000, 5,000 blind level, and we look down at ace 4 suited from the big blind. The under the gun +1 position ends up raising to 12,000, and it folds back around to me in the big blind. He's someone who's been pretty active at the table, pretty loose pre-flop, and then I've seen him continuation bet a bunch post-flop. With ace 4 suited here, our ace blocks a lot of ace king, ace queen combos. Obviously this isn't going to be a slam dunk all in all the time, but in this given situation, we were trying to run up a stack here, and with 108K we just shove it in. He doesn't take very long and throws his cards into the muck, saying nice hand, so he probably did this pretty wide. Good thing we got this one through, and on to the next one. We fold a couple orbits. We lose around 13,000 every orbit because of the blinds and antes, and now we are down to 98,000, still at the 3,000, 5,000, 5,000 blind level. We're in late middle position with king, queen of hearts. A middle position player raises to 13,000 in front of us, and when it comes around to us, we just take our 98,000 and throw it right in. We're going to go all in here with king of hearts, queen of hearts, putting a lot of pressure on the rest of the table. Obviously, if someone has aces, kings, or queens, they're definitely not going to fold, but we've been playing pretty tight other than that ace 4 suited that no one saw us shove. So I think a king, queen suited here is a fine all in. It's around 20 big blinds, but with the antes, it actually probably goes down somewhere to around 15. So even though everybody else at the table has us covered, it still represents a big portion of their stack. so they can't be calling us off light here. I expect all ace highs just to fold. I only expect pocket pairs and maybe the ace king, ace queen to call us. Folds around to the button, who checks his cards again, takes a little bit of time and ends up going all in for around 150k. The initial raiser, who made it 13k, snap folds, so we're left in a 300k pot with the button, who went all in. The button shows pocket kings. We are in terrible position here with our king queen suited at around 15% equity. However, the flop comes ace jack 4 with 1 heart. We have a gutter, and we also have backdoor hearts, so it's not the worst flop in the world for us. The turn pairs the jack, but it's a jack of hearts. So we have an extra 9 heart outs, and we also have our 4 10 outs, so we have around 13 outs, maybe around 20 to 25% going into the river. The river gives us some help. It's the queen of clubs pairing us up, but unfortunately it's not enough to take down the kings. So we are out of the $360 tournament. Unfortunately, the position that we cashed in was 198th out of 300 people that came back for day 2 at the bicycle. We needed to get 30% for an extra cash additional to the 500 we got yesterday. If we got in the top 10%, we would have advanced to day 3, which was down in San Diego. Obviously, we have to play for the top. A lot of these tournaments that have a huge playing field, like this one had 3,000 entries approximately, they're going to be really top heavy. So we shot for the stars, put a lot of pressure on our opponents, and it didn't work out this time, but we had 25% equity going to the river, so 1 out of every 4 boards, we're going to hit that there. So this tournament's over, but luckily there's a corridor that leads right into the cash game section, and it's around noon. We're going to jump into the 2-3 game, have a salad, see what happens there. Maybe get into a 5-5 game, depending on if we run it up. But yeah, it's not ending here. Let's go. Thanks for watching to the end of my video. Click my head below to subscribe and stay in the loop. See you next time.